Yes, it is a Trump Taco Tuesday, and we all know the phrase birds of a feather flock together. And when it comes to Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein in this breaking story, let's go away from what the norm has been, because oftentimes the way you can truly assess, identify, and even perhaps convict in circumstantial evidence is what they seem to have in common. And we already know what the main subject is, but there's a little look in the mirror when it comes to guilt by association and being judged by those with whom you consort. And in this breaking story, that's something that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein very much had in common. We just haven't really focused on it. But there is one thing we all know Donald Trump loves, and it's this.
Since President Trump moved in nearly 8 weeks ago, he has more than tripled the number of paintings that you see hanging on the walls of the Oval Office. But he's also looking to transform another historic aspect of the presidency, and that is the Oval Office.
It's not like Trump Plaza or Trump buildings in New York with his name splashed everywhere. It's just gold.
There's so many that there's almost not really any wall space left when you're inside the Oval.
From the ornate, multi-chandelier Donald J. Trump ballroom to gold-trimmed sitting and dining rooms, the sheer opulence of the 114-room mansion is what stood out to people we spoke to who've been there and written about it.
Oh, it doesn't stop there.
But the president hasn't stopped there. Also in keeping with a style that he has adhered to for decades, there's a lot more gold inside the Oval Office. If you look above the mantle, there are several golden figurines lined across it.
Gold, gold, gold.
Gold-plated and wooden crests abound. A room with marbled Middle East decor, busts bookending the fireplace.
And yet he just makes it worse.
And often, when the president is greeting a world leader, sitting in those two chairs before the fireplace, you can see the golden medallions that are now in front of it. And if you look over to the tables, the side tables, you can see golden figurines of eagles placed there. If you look closely above the doors, the president actually had these golden cherubs shipped in from his Mar-a-Lago club in South Florida and has placed those there as well.
And the unforgettable billiard room with a portrait of a younger Donald Trump wearing a V-neck tennis sweater.
Mar-a-Lago is a monument to Donald Trump. Why does he have to be there? Why would he want to be there when he was president? Because he needs to constantly be celebrated.
So in this breaking story, something that's never been touched on, never been covered before, never been really put together before about these two men is what do they really have in common besides the obvious? And in this breaking story, check out the irony and the weird coincidence, not that Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump have in terms of decor. This got taken to Epstein's mansion flat in New York, and how ironic it is, not funny, not humorous, and way past ironic that not only did these men share a certain perhaps affection for something that would be unhoured or simply illegal, but yet, as it is with lots of men and people in general, when you find what they like to do, you might find a lot of other commonalities that come right along with it. And it's just another one of those elements of these two guys and the way they view the world, the way they viewed success, the way they viewed entrapment, because money certainly works from men to women without question and has for a long, long time. And yet we've never heard one word about Epstein's taste of decor. So you may say taste of decor is not the same in taste of young girls. But oh, I assure you, those things have human commonalities, especially in men, that you cannot ignore. If you look at guys and how they view women or sports cars, just go watch a piece of stand-up from Jerry Seinfeld. He draws those two distinctions as well. So that's the case here. And it's yet another example of why Trump is trying so hard to run and hide from the Epstein files and go take over DC with military to try and keep you away from the subject. Don't take your eyes off of it. And you guys stay frosty.